Hello children, welcome back to your computer class. In the last class, you had learned the topic CLI, GUI, what's the advantages and disadvantages of a GUI, that's your graphical user interface. Then you learned about the desktop, what are the components in the desktop, icons, desktop background, taskbar, clock, and the gadgets, how to use the start button, then how to run a application program, then how do you shut down the computer, then about the gadgets. You learnt all these things in the last class. Today you will be learning more on Word or your MS Windows 7 application. Fine, today you will be knowing more on this. So I think I had already said you what is an operating system. What is an operating system? What is an operating system? What is an operating system? It acts as an interface between the user and the computer. Okay, operating system, it acts as an interface. It acts as an interface between the user and computer. Okay, it's like this. Example, so you have your textbooks, you have your computer textbooks with you, lessons are there, but you don't know how to understand the concepts. Fine, so I am acting as an interface between you and the textbook. You are the user, okay, you are the user who is using the textbook, and the textbook is your computer. So the interface or the communication what I am doing, making you to understand the concept easily and clearly. So in the same way, the system also, what it does, it has an operating system which helps the user to use the computer system, and it also controls the overall activities of the computer. It controls the overall activities of the computer. Fine children, these are the two things you are supposed to remember. What is an operating system? Operating system is a system software which acts as an interface between the user and the computer, and it controls the overall activities of the computer. It controls the overall activities of the computer. For example, if you give the option or if you give a command to the computer telling that you want to print a document, so it only prints whatever document you have asked for to print. If you give a command to the computer, you will have to scan a certain page or a profile or whatever. It only does the program or the work which you have assigned to it. So while you assign the work to it, while it does the work, the processing or the command which gives the information to that is the operating system. It tells that the user wants the printout, the user wants to scan a document, the user wants to do the addition, the user wants to do the subtraction, or any of the copy a file or move a file or a folder. Understood? So it acts as the interface between the user and the computer, and it controls the overall activities of the system. Understand children? Next we'll be moving on to desktop. Next one will be your desktop. So what is this desktop? So once you turn on this computer, it automatically opens a page. That's the Windows page. That is the Windows page. I think in last class we have discussed this. So here, so once you turn on the system, the screen which appears is your desktop screen. Okay, so this is your desktop screen. Fine, I'll just repeat once again. your start button. This is your start button. This is your start button. This one wherein you have the gadgets, clock and all, this is called as the system tray. System tray, or you either call it as system notification area. System notification area. System notification area. So this is your Windows screen. This is your Windows screen, or the desktop, Understand, children? These are icons. These are icons. What are icons? I'll tell you. Small pictures on the desktop screen are called as icons. Small pictures on the desktop screen are called as icons. And this one is your taskbar. This one is your taskbar. The bottom strip. Okay. The bottom strip of the desktop screen is called as the taskbar. The bottom strip of the desktop screen is called as the taskbar. This is your system tray, and this one is your system notification area. This one is your system notification area, and this is your start button. This is how it looks like. Understood, children? Then computer icon. The next one will be computer icon. So icons are small pictures on the desktop screen. Okay, what you see. So those are the computer icons. Once you click on my computer, okay, once you click on my computer is nothing but your icon which is available on the desktop screen. Okay, double click on my computer. Okay, a window screen appears. One more window screen appears. Fine. So there you will be having hard disk drive. You will be having local disk C, local disk D, local disk E. These are the drives which are available in the system. Understood? The other one will be devices with removable storage. I think we have discussed this, children. Removable storage. For example, your pen drive, your CD, floppy disk, CDR, CDRW, DVD. Okay. These are the removable storage devices. So that will be available here. That you can see here. Understood? Got it, children? These are the ones which are there in the system. Once you click on my computer, this is what the screen will be available for you. Understood? Yes? Fine. So once you double click on my computer, which is available on the desktop screen, so hard disk, local disk C, local disk D and local disk E will be available for you. Then you have devices with removable storage. Fine. Like the ones which you store, copy and take it, you can remove it. So that's your, for example, floppy disk, DVD, CD, etc. Pen drives also. So did you understand this? Yes. So I'll just tell you, hard disk, what it does, it is used to store data on the computer. Hard disk, it is used to store data on computer. Hard disk is used to store data on computer. Understand, children? Then, so devices with removable storage, pen drive. External storage, okay. Then external storage. Example is pen drive. Then next one, recycle bin. Recycle bin is nothing but the dustbin. Whatever you delete in the system, okay. So that thing will go and sit in this recycle bin. That will go and sit in the trash. You also call it as trash. Okay, trash. That will go and sit in the recycle bin. Understood, children? Then next one is documents. My documents, or it's just placed as the documents. Okay. What does this usually stores? So documents holds the files and folders. Okay. Files and folders, whatever you have created. Whatever you have created. So document icons contains files and folders. A file contains the information stored in the computer. So file contains, it's the basic unit of storage. A file is called as the basic unit of storage. Okay, basic unit of storage. Basic unit of storage. Understand? It contains the information stored in the computer. Then there are many types of files like text files, sound files, image files, etc. What is a folder? A folder is a collection of different files. A folder is a collection of different files. Collection of different files. Understand, children? So, what is a file? File is a basic unit of storage. What is a folder? Collection of different files. Okay. For example, a single sheet of your textbook, a single sheet is a file. Okay. It contains the information. Yes, it contains the information. If you put up all the pages together, that's a folder. That will become a book, right? So that is a folder. So each textbook, if you take one chapter, so each one is a file. But once you put all the chapters together from all the subjects, so that will become a folder. Now you have a folder of files containing different subject lessons. Understand? Did you get it? So file is the basic unit of storage. Text files, video files, audio files, image files, etc. What is a folder? Folder is nothing but a collection of different files. Collection of different files. Understood, children? If you have any doubt, you can just ask again later. You can just text or you can call and ask. Then next we'll be seeing how to create a folder. How to create a folder. How to create a folder. How do you create a folder? Okay. First one, right click on desktop screen. Right click on desktop. Okay. Right click on desktop. Then next, a pop-up menu will appear. A pop-up menu will appear. On that, click on new from submenu. Okay. Don't search for submenu. Just click on, a pop-up menu appears once you right click on the desktop screen. So in that you will be clicking on new option. Then next, click on folder. Once you click on new, click on folder. Another option will appear. Then you will be clicking on folder. Then you will be clicking on folder. Then next one, type the name of the folder you want. For example, my folder, he tells, but type the name of the folder. You can write third standard, your section, or your name, Understand, children? This is how you can name the folder and create the folder. How do you create the folder? Right click on the desktop screen, click on new, then click on the folder, then give the name and click on OK. Click on OK. Understood, children? So this is using the desktop screen how you create the folder. Now you will be seeing how to create the folder using the Windows Explorer. Using Windows Explorer. Using Windows Explorer. How do you go use it? Move the mouse pointer on the start button and right click on it. Okay. So I'll just draw and show you how it actually works. So if this is your start button, right click on this. Okay. Right click on your, how do you click? Using the keyboard or mouse? Mouse, very good. So right click on the start button. A window appears, one more small pop-up window. Here you will be clicking on, open Windows Explorer. Sorry, here you will be clicking on, properties will also be available, but you will be clicking on open Windows Explorer. Okay, open Windows Explorer. So then a window will appear for you again. Here you can select whichever files you want or whichever drive you want. Understand, children? Library, documents, my computer, and all those things. This is another method of creating the folder. Click on new folder. Again, go to documents. Then once you do this, it will ask you where do you want to create it. Okay, click on the drive or any of that. Okay, click on documents. In documents, click on new folder. In documents, click on new folder. Then a folder will be created. A folder will be created in documents. Okay, here also the same way, you can name the folder. You can name the folder and create it. Understood? So creating Windows Explorer, did you understand? Fine. Next, you will be seeing how to rename a folder. Sometimes if you get confused by naming the same folders in the same name, you can rename them. How do you rename them? Right click on the folder which you have created. First, right click on folder. Okay, children, right click on folder which you have already created. Right click on the folder which you have already created. Then click on the rename option. Click on rename option. Click on the rename option. Okay, here there are two ways. One's using pop-up menu, the other one using organize option. Now I am telling you using the pop-up menu. Just right click on the folder which you have created. Then click on the rename option. Click on the rename option, and whatever name you want you can type and keep, press the enter button. Folder name will be created or it will be renamed. Understand? This is using the pop-up menu. This is using the pop-up menu. Then using organize option, how do you do it? Click on organize. Click on organize. Click on organize. In the drop down menu, right click on the folder, and click on organize from the drop down menu button. Then click on rename. Click on rename. Understood, children? This is the other method. The organize will be usually in the left hand corner of your desktop screen. Organize. Okay, you can click on the organize button, then click on the rename option, the folder once you have selected, then you can rename it. This is the other method. The next one is how to delete a file or a folder. How to delete a file or a folder. Usually how do you erase your text or anything? If you do a mistake in your book, you use your eraser. In the system also, in the keyboard you have two keys. That's one is the backspace key and the other one is the delete key. Once you select and you can delete it. Understand? Here how to delete the file or a folder you will be seeing. First one, right click on the file or the folder, click on the delete option. Click on the delete option. Understand? It will ask you, do you want to delete? Yes or no. If you really want to delete it, click on the yes option. If you don't want to delete it, if you have changed your mind, click on the no option. Understand, children? This is how you are supposed to do it. Then copy and paste a file or a folder. Copy and paste a file or a folder. The method is the same. Understand? First one, right click right click on the file or the folder, click on copy, click on copy, move to the destination where you have to place the file or the folder. Okay, now it is, think that it is in my documents, you can go to my computer, select a, what do you tell? Select a location. Select the location where you have to paste the file. Then right click on that location. Then click on paste. Click on paste option. Click on paste option. This is the method what you are supposed to follow. Right click on the folder or the file. Okay. Click on copy. Then select a location. You are supposed to select a location. Then right click on that location where you have selected where you want to paste the file. Copy the file. Click on paste option. Click on paste option. The shortcut key for this is Control plus C will copy, Control plus V will paste. Okay, you'll have to select with the mouse the whole portion which you have to copy. Right click, copy, or Control C. Okay, Control C. That's the keyboard shortcut. These are the keyboard shortcut. Then go to the location where you have to paste the file. What you do? Control plus V. Okay, Control V. It will paste the file over there. Okay. Then next one, cut and paste a file or folder. Okay. So how this works? I'll just tell you. See, in copy, once you select the copy option, a copy will be there where you have selected it, and another location where you paste it, there also the copy will be there. But whereas in cut option, where you are taking it, where you have copied it, once you click on the cut option, there it will get cut. Then the location where you are going to paste it, only there it will be there. There will be no duplication of the data. Understand? Now if you are selecting a file from one location, if you are copying it, that is duplication of data. Data will be there in local disk, in the place where you have already kept the file, and wherever you are going to paste it, there also it will be available. But if you use the cut option, it will not be available. Once if you use the cut option, you are supposed to go and paste it in the location where you are supposed to do it. The method is save. Right click on the file or the folder, then click on cut option, then search a location, then right click, then last paste. Understood? So right click, use the cut option, search a location, right click on that and paste. Understood, children? So this is how you are supposed to do it. Then selecting various files and folders. Like selecting various files and folders, then you will be having how to change the background of desktop, screensaver, okay, resizing a window, how to move a window, how to exit or quit a window. Okay, children, these many things are there, but until now I just want you to understand this much what we have discussed today. We have discussed what is an operating system, what is the desktop, what are the components on the desktop like the icon, system tray, taskbar, start button, then computer, what is a computer icon. You have understood the hard disk drive, disk with removable storage, recycle bin, how to create a folder, creating a new folder using Windows Explorer, then how to rename a folder, using the pop-up menu and the organize option, how to delete a file or a folder, then how to copy and paste a file or a folder, how to cut and paste a file or a folder. Understood, children? So in the next class we'll be discussing further more of this topic. I just want you to revise the topic whatever I have done today. Okay, till then, take care.